Welcome. All right, I would like to introduce to you a simple Visual Studio extension that is designed to make your unit test code coverage easier if you're a .NET developer using Visual Studio. All right, how do you use this thing? You simply load your solution into Visual Studio. And as you can see, we've got a simple setup, just one project and one unit test project. The project being tested, simple project with one class, three methods, just to demonstrate what we're going to be doing, and the unit test that actually covers that project. Now, how do you really kick off this thing? Nothing special. Pretty much what you do when you run your unit test, which is just run your unit tests. And once the unit test is complete, then the extension kicks off and you can see what's happening underneath, which is nothing special and not being deliberately not hidden for you to see what's going on. And when you finish running this, you can see on the margin you've got some green markings on the code that actually gets run with regards to the test project and the project being tested. You can see in green what is covered, what is not covered in red, and you've got a little goldish color for code that is partially covered. In this case, is because we call this method once with the value of that is true argument as being true, and as such, this part of the code is actually run. That part of the code is not, and it's partial because we run it once with that being true, so this never gets run, and this if statement only ever evaluates to true. Okay, so that's how it works simply, and you can get even more detail, especially when your project gets very big. You can see all the assemblies that are being run, including the project being tested. This is an option that I will show shortly how it does this. Okay, so you can get from here, and first of all, you can see a quick summary of how many lines are covered, how many uncovered, how many are actually coverable, right? And this is actually total number of lines and percentage of coverage. Now you can get from here to there. Let's just quickly close this. You can get from this view to the source file by simply clicking that. It's a simple link. And the same was this. Okay, and you've got a summary view for a top level, like a really summarized view, number of assemblies, classes, coverage lines, etc. All of that. And if you've got some high risk spots, like does cyclomatic calculation, cyclomatic complexity calculation, that you'll be able to see here. Which this project is just too simple, but you'll find it in your production projects, I'm sure. Okay. So this is the extension and how it works. Now, you can configure other things. I mean, without configuration, you already have this, but you can configure some other things, like say, you don't want the test assembly to be shown. Just come to options, find code coverage, make that false. And when we run this again, you will notice we no longer show any coverage for the test project, nor do we show it, so we don't show it on the margin here in the source file, nor do we show it in the output window. So if you just want to see the projects being tested, this is how you flip that option. Now that option has many other configurable details, of which each one has some nice comments to see what it actually does, but I'll also show you just now instructions laid out on the page, on the installation page for the extension. Okay, now how do you install this extension? You simply go extensions, manage extensions under Visual Studio Marketplace. You filter for code coverage and you will find the extension there. Click on it. There will be an install button if it's not installed. That's how you get it into Visual Studio. Or you can go to the marketplace, a link which will be posted below this video. The marketplace is the Visual Studio Marketplace, which is that. Click on that and you land on this page. Again, you do the search for code coverage and you will find this extension right there. Click on that. You land on this page where you can download the extension, which is simply click download. You'll get an extension file. I think in my case it lands in the downloads folder. So if you can run this, if you don't already have it installed, okay, so if you already have it installed, you get this message to say it's already installed to all applicable products. If you didn't have it installed, this will actually install it for you. Okay, so that's about installation. Now let's talk about a few activities that we would appreciate once you start using the extension. Okay, the first is if there is a problem, something you do not like, something we can fix, something that's just plain broken, click on this link to log in issue suggestions, which will take you to the issues page for the GitHub repository of this particular extension, where you can create an issue and let me know so that I can get to it as soon as possible. If you like the extension, you like the direction it's taking, etc., right, you can go to that, click on that link, which basically brings you to the marketplace, in particular the rating and reviews page, where you can post a review, hopefully a 5-star. Nice request, very much appreciated. And if you really like it and really want to help with my motivation in solving issues and everything else, you could donate to this project by clicking this Buy Me a Beer link. This will take you to my PayPal page, where you can donate in any currency, however much you'd like to donate. Seriously, there is no amount that is too little. Okay, so that's about that. And let me just quickly get to our project from here. Or you'll notice in the marketplace, you also have the capability to, number one, see the instructions and the explanation for each of the settings that you can use. You will notice that the options window allows you to configure settings for every project that you run under Visual Studio. But you can, in the actual CS project file or VB project file for your particular test project, you can actually customize the options for that particular project. So that allows for, you can have global options and you can have specific options for particular projects. If you want to, the actual description and instructions for each of the settings you can see below. Okay, let's just quickly get to the source project. So it's an open source project, it's entirely free, and you can jump in and see the code, and I really hope that means from time to time you will get the urge to post a pull request, right? Would really appreciate those. All right, so that's about the project. That's pull requests, that reviews, and we really do appreciate like starring the repo, right? It just adds to its appearance in searches and the like, so other people can find the extension as well easier. I think that's about it. I will take and accept any questions, whether there is just issues in here, or post it in the video below. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.